Hello guys, we are heading to Ekebergparken Sculpture Park by tram. From Oslo City Centre, it will take 8 minutes travel towards our destination. Stay tuned guys and enjoy! Alright. Okay. This is Ekebergparken.
So,
Hi.
you see the giant coat that's yellow up there?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's good for homosexuals.
Alright. A few minutes from Oslo City Centre by tram lies this Sculpture Park. Hi guys, this is your Manong Baru and welcome to my channel. In this vlog, we are going to explore this National Heritage Park here in Oslo. So as you can see, there are 43 amazing sculptures around. This park is always open 24/7 all year round. Feel free to visit. Admission is free. The park combines its long history, beautiful nature, stunning views, and impressive sculptures. Okay guys, stay tuned and enjoy. Let's go guys.
Walking alone the streets.
Okay guys, this is the man and woman and we call it The Adoration by Gustav Vigeland. Gustav Vigeland is Norway's most famous sculptor. This sculpture, Man and Woman Adoration, has been placed at the entrance of the Ekeberg Park. Vigeland depicts the church's relationship between man and woman. The woman is a strong character in control. The man is kneeling before her and tries to keep her in his grasp. This is the Deep Cream Maradona by Sarah Lucas. Sarah Lucas is one of the Britain's most significant artists. In her sculptures, she often uses the human body as base when she deals with themes such as sex, life, and death. This sculpture got its name from the Argentinian football player Diego Maradona. It is ambiguous. It is part of male, part maple with enormous follows and arched body. And this is Marilyn Monroe by Richard Hudson. Richard Hudson from Great Britain works with organic shapes. The full-figured shape recreate Marilyn Monroe's femininity and render her recognizable to the spectators. Hudson instills his female form with a sense of fecundity, empowerment, and beauty. This is We Come in Peace by Huma Baba. Huma Baba is a Pakistani-American artist. We Come in Peace sculpture is consisting of two figures placed towards each other. Baba's works draw inspiration from science fiction and horror combined with art historical references. This is The Dilemma by Elmgreen and Dradset. Dilemma is made by Danish-Norwegian duo Elmgreen and Dradset. This sculpture serves as a metaphor for growing up and entering the adult world, where there is a pressure to act, to take chances, or to live up to the expectations. What happens in this situation? Will the boy take the plunge into the unknown, or he will turn around to climb down again? This is The Air Boreal by Roni. Look at this guys. This is something interesting. Roni is an American world's leading contemporary artist, and Air Boreal is part of his group of cylindrical glass sculptures developed by him. This refers to a Tibetan funerary ritual of leaving the body of the deceased lying on a mountaintop, exposed to the elements of nature. The sculpture will break down over time, becoming one with its surroundings. This is The Mother and Child by Per Ong. Per Ong studied at Oslo's Academy of Fine Arts. In Mother and Child, Ong has rendered the classic subject in his own way. Instead of presenting an introvert scene of motherly bliss in a private sphere, he shows a pretty and upright young mother carrying her swathed infant on her hip as if displaying the baby with pride. This is The Anatomy of an Angel by Damien Hirst. Damien Hirst is a British artist, and his work reflects fascination with human anatomy and modern science. The Anatomy of an Angel fuses his interest in religious iconography with the notion that science itself is somehow sacred. This is The Walking Woman by Sean Henry. This sculpture was made by the British sculptor Sean Henry. Henry's technique is striking and vivid. In public spaces, his naturalist figures are conspicuous, just as his sculptures are both lifelike and theatrical. They are reflections of ourselves and enhance our experience in life in our own world. This is The Open Book by Diane MacLean. British artist Diane MacLean is both sculptor and environmental artist. This piece was inspired by a unique manuscript, Donald MacLean's biography of all known Gaelic text. It blends a world of books and knowledge with nature and its landscape. This is A Couple by Louise Bourgeois. Louise Bourgeois is a French artist, moved to New York City where she worked for the rest of her life. This sculpture is about relationship between people, and tightly embracing couple hovers between the trees, just as couples can stay together for throughout life, for better or for worse. This is The Cast Glances by Tony Cragg. British Tony Cragg has a most varied artistic output. His work encompasses everything from installations to bronze sculptures. Cast Glances obviously is a play on words, as the spectators casts aspects of the sculpture by looking at it from different angles. This is the Mobius Triple by Åse Texmonrigg. Åse Texmonrigg was one of the Norwegian modernism true pioneers. This sculpture, Mobius Triple, was inspired by German mathematician August Ferdinand Mobius. The Mobius band bears his name and can easily be described by using a flat strip, giving it a half twist, and joining the ends in a loop. This is The Dance by George Katz. The English sculptor George Katz was one of the first to combine stainless steel and stone in sculptures. Katz works with static as well as moving installations, often utilizing huge formats. His inspirations are growing plants and landscapes surrounding us, water and light. The dance is in constant movement. The slim, elegant forms keep shifting in an entrailing and almost mesmerizing dance. This is The Concave Face by Hilda Malum. Norwegian sculptor Hilda Malum has been working with masks for a long time. She employs a variety of materials spanning from paper over metal to stone. The concave face explores the way the beholder's consciousness itself is crucial in creating the work of art, dependent on one's point of view and emotional state. This is The Traveler by Tony Rones. The 4.5-meter tall bronze sculpture, Traveler, depicts two sportily clad human figures. The bottommost figure has stuck its head into the ground in search of the underworld. The second figure balanced on the outstretched leg of the first, its body stretching towards the sky with a backpack on its shoulder. Two birds replace the top figure face, wings spread out as it about to take off. This is The Clang by Tony Arsler. American installation artist Tony Arsler is particularly well known for combining light, sound, and music in his art. He was known for his talking lights. The influence machine made him even more visible, using light projections on trees, smoke, and buildings. in New York City's Madison Park and London's Soho Square. This is Ultra by Dirava. Diravas counted Norwegian literature and folklore among his inspirations. The Hulder, a form of bewitching female forest spirit, is a character known from the abstraction and Mo fairy tales about the woodland creatures. This is Santa by Paul McCartney. The internationally renowned artist Paul McCartney is one of the most influential contemporary artists of his generation. The over 6-meter-tall red bronze sculpture Santa portrays the iconic Christmas character Santa Claus. This is The Levitating Woman by Matt Johnson. The American artist Matt Johnson experiments with shapes and materials is apt to take the spectator by surprise. His creations are endowed with whimsical as well as subtle aspects. The Levitating Woman depicts a nude, hovering female form covered by a cloak which descends in soft seizes, but the gentle and luscious shapes are an illusion. This is Carietide Tumbi Olorna by Auguste Rodin. Auguste Rodin is among the most famous sculptors within realism and figurative art. Originally, Carietide Tombi Olorna was part of the larger project, The Gates of Hell, a work in the shape of a portal to French Museum of Decorative Arts that was planned but never actually built. This is Venus by Salvador Dali. The Spanish multifaceted surrealist Salvador Dali was a prolific artist. His creative period spans from the 1920s to the mid-80s. Dali makes an analogy between one's subconsciousness and drawers that may be open. The placement of these drawers is hardly a coincidence since the artist regards the drawers as symbol of suppressed sexuality as well. This is Venus Beatrix by Pierre-Auguste Renoir. Pierre-Auguste Renoir is amongst the most famous artists in the world. As a figurative painter, he was a major influence on the Impressionist movement. Venus Beatrix, or Venus the Conqueror, depicts the goddess of love of her conquerors. This is Aristide Maillol by Louise Bourgeois. French-Catalan artist Aristide Maillol eventually worked mostly as a sculptor. He was particularly captivated by the female body. Archaic Greek ideals were among the springs of Maillol's inspirations. New sans drapery, in the sense nude without drapery, alludes to the way female nudes could be depicted in earlier times. Aristide Maillol made it clear that his female figures are fit to stand unrubbed without draperies. This is Eva by Auguste Rodin. Auguste Rodin is among the most famous sculptors within realism and figurative art. Rodin wanted to be an artist from an early age, but it was a long and rocky road. The sculpture Eva depicts history's first woman just after the fall from grace. The age of innocence is past, and she bows her head as she tries to conceal her nakedness. This is The Inner Room, The Fight of Life by Pierre-Inge Borlo. Pierre-Inge Borlo is a sculptor. He is considered one of Norway's most profiled contemporary artists. Borlo's most renowned works are the series Inner Space and his large sculptures at Oslo Airport, Gardermoen. Art is cerebral process to Borlo, a guide when life has turned difficult and come to a standstill. This is The Reflection by Guy Bussine. Belgian artist Guy Bussine has a professional history that spans publishing, graphic design, and furniture restoration, as well as a background in ceramics and sculpture studies. The work of art in the park adheres to naturalist and figurative traditions. Bussine's sculpture relates to Auguste Rodin's well-known statue, The Thinker. This is Still Life with Landscape by Sarah Seth. American artist Sarase is preoccupied with the interactions between the public and works of art. Still life with a landscape might well have been conceived for a park. Birds and insects thrive in the still and wood construct, and the spectator is taken in by a sculptural environment in dialogue with nature. This is Judith by Marcus Lupertz. Bohemian artist Marcus Lupertz is an internationally celebrated painter and sculptor whose work blends figuration and abstraction. His sculptures often refer to the canon of art history from Greek antiquity to the Renaissance. Judith represents the biblical heroine by the same name, a strong-minded widow set out to defeat her hometown. This is The Dreamer by Knut Steen. The Norwegian sculptor Knut Steen is controversial as well as popular with the greater public. His is nationally and internationally renowned. Steen has created works of art in such materials as granite, concrete, bronze, steel, and marble. Dreaming Woman was inspired by Steen's long-lasting professional career in Carrara, a place in Italy known for its appealing white marble and long traditions of stone masonry. This is Ace of Diamond by Lynn Chadwick. The British sculptor Lynn Chadwick emerged into the international spotlight at the Venice Biennale in 1950s. Ace of Diamonds referred to the pyramid or diamond shape as the feminine aspect, while masculinity was represented by the rectangular form. This is The Reclining Woman by Fernando Botero. Colombian artist Fernando Botero is a self-taught painter and sculptor. In his younger days, his motifs were inspired by Colombian and Spanish art. The sculpture Reclining Woman depicts the female form in a posture that is reminiscent of classical art. A reclining and relaxed woman has been a favorite subject from the Renaissance until our times. This is Fideicommissum by Anne-Sophie Sieden. Swedish artist Anne-Sophie Sieden was trained traditionally as a painter, but has made a major impact with her video, installation, and sculpture art. She puts herself in the center of her works, sometimes with provoking statements about society and the human condition. The Fideicommissum is a self-portrait of the artist squatting while she urinates. This is Storm on Drang by Jake and Dinos Chapman. Storm on Drang is one of the new acquisitions in 2015. It was created by the British artists siblings Jake and Dinos Chapman. They have been collaborating since 1991. The piece Storm on Drang was inspired by an etching by the Spanish artist Francisco Goya. Goya's Disasters of War was a criticism of Napoleon's aggressive warfare on Spain. This is Chloe by Jamie Plensa. The Spanish artist Jaume Plensa is especially known for his large public works made of a wide variety of materials such as steel, cast iron, marble, glass, light, water, and sound. He perhaps best known for his elongated and elliptically shaped faces. Plensa's artwork is modeled on real people and digitally processed before being designed in materials that are adapted to the place where the sculpture is placed. This is La Grande Reviews by Pierre-Auguste Renoir. Pierre-Auguste Renoir is amongst the most famous artists in the world. As a figurative painter, he was a major influence on the Impressionist movement. Renoir was the foremost artist in the terms of painting women. La Grande Laveuse depicts a woman washing clothes. Originally, the sculpture was conceived as part of a group with a male figure, Le Forgeron, the blacksmith, as an opposite. So that's a wrap, guys, and I want to thank Manong Florante Haberkes for making this vlog happen. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you like this video, please like and share. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thank you, Manong Florant.
Subscribe.
Yan.
Manong Baru. Damien.
Thank you guys, and see you again on my next vlog. Thank you. Bye.